What's up, everybody? Dark 1985. There's levels to this. Quick video for you guys tonight. Straight to the point. Fortnite is killing gaming. Let me tell you what happened to me tonight. I come home from the gym, okay, and as I'm walking inside the house, I can hear that my son is playing on the big TV, which typically he's usually playing on his PlayStation Portal in the room or whatever, but for whatever reason, he's playing on the big TV, which is perfectly fine. Nobody's using the big TV. So I come into the living room and I'm looking at the game that he's playing. He's playing a first person shooter of some type. I could tell for sure, okay? My brain is looking at this game, and part of my brain is saying, like, okay, this is Call of Duty. But then I see non Call of Duty characters in the game. They look like Fortnite characters. So I'm thinking, like, well, maybe Fortnite made a semi more realistic mode. And then my son dies, and the camera pans over to somebody else who's playing with a gun that looks like a toy gun, but the animations looks like Call of Duty, smells like Call of Duty. And then I just asked him, I said, Juju, what are you playing? He turned around and told me he's playing Call of Duty. It looked like Call of Duty, kind of, but it didn't look like Call of Duty. Now, this might be an old man rant, and I'm perfectly fine with that. If you're a young child or a young stud out here and you're like, stop complaining about this old man, video games aren't for you anymore, by all means, go ahead and click off right now while I brush my gray beard. If you still here, you're going to hear me rant. Listen, Fortnite is what's killing gaming because everybody wants to be Fortnite. Everybody wants to see the money that Fortnite is making. Everybody wants the user engagement for you to be in their game for endless amounts of hours. That is what's killing gaming. These developers are no longer able to create what it is that they want to create. They got to create what they want to create, plus they better make money. And as a matter of fact, the money factor of it better be on top of it. This is what's killing gaming. Why are you playing Call of Duty as Beavis and Butthead? That makes no sense. That makes that if that's the case, they could have made a different first-person shooter that had cartoon characters. I think that would be better if you had an entire video game that had a whole bunch of cartoon characters on it, and that was that game. And then Call of Duty just stuck to being Call of Duty, which is supposed to be about military members, right? Operators, right, from different countries, all kinds. Right? But it had a realistic feel to it. Now you can run around a Call of Duty map. You'll see a Ninja Turtle, a Squid Game character, a Beavis and Butthead. There's some other character that I saw. I don't even know who it is. There's some dude running around. It was on top of the roof with wings. I have no idea what's going on. But all of this is Fortnite's fault. There's no question about it. It's all Fortnite's fault. And you know what? Fortnite is okay to be let Fortnite be. But the fact that everybody wants to copy them is what's killing gaming. Everybody wants that type of engagement, user engagement, and they're going to try everything possible to get it. So obviously season passes and all this other stuff. And if you buy the season pass, you'll get this character. And that's the only way you can get this character. I don't know, man. I don't know. So disappointed. So disappointed. Now, to be fair, I'm not a huge Call of Duty multiplayer fan anyways. I'll play it here and there, but it's not something that's like, I'm not a diehard Call of Duty multiplayer fan. So I'm interested to find out, how do the real Call of Duty multiplayer fans feel about this? How do you feel running around the map and picking that game to play over Fortnite, and then it turns out that it's just a first-person Fortnite now? How do you guys feel about it? Or is the difference still big enough for you to be like, nah, Doc, it's still different? I don't know. At this point, Fortnite might be better. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Dark 1985. There's levels to this. We out. Peace. Watch me make the Call of Duty community mad.